Get the virtual studio training experience at a more affordable price with the Freebeat Boom Bike. With automatic resistance and a touchscreen display, it's quite the steal for its low price. Welcome to treadmillreviews.com. I'm Kaylee and today I'm reviewing the Freebeat Boom Bike. It's a more affordable alternative to one of my favorite bikes, the Freebeat Lit Bike, but it has a lot of the same features. Still, it was hard not to notice the areas where the Boom Bike felt a bit cheaper compared to more expensive bikes. We're going to look at whether this more economical construction impacts performance or durability, or if it's just cosmetic. So stick around if you're looking for something fun and affordable. You'll want to check this bike out if you're new to cycling or trying to get into exercise for the first time. But make sure you've liked and subscribed if you want more information on the top exercise bikes. We also review treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, and other home fitness equipment, so check it out. We've reviewed bikes that cost nearly $2,000 more than the Freebeat Boom Bike, and it's really not fair to hold this bike up to their standard. For a bike well under $1,000, I'm impressed with its V-shaped steel frame. It comes in 3 colors, yellow, gray, and white, and you know we had to go for the Tuscany yellow. Like the more expensive lit bike, you could scratch the paint off if you aren't careful. Fortunately, we have not had any issues with that, just be mindful of it. The bike weighs only 79.2 pounds and has transport wheels on the front stabilizer. It's super easy to move this bike around. The screen is smaller and lighter than a lot of other bikes, so it didn't get in the way as much as other bikes did. It has a weight capacity of 300 pounds, which is the industry standard, so that's nice. Freebeat reports the bike height range from 5 feet to 6'7". We think 4'10" to 6'5" is more realistic. Keep in mind that inseam length and reach vary from person to person. This is just based on what we've seen with our reviewers. To create this range, the saddle adjusts horizontally and vertically. The saddle is pretty comfortable. It's a bit bigger than the lit bike saddle and more cushioned, which I really liked. The handlebars are really simple, and there are less grip options than other indoor cycles, but I didn't mind it. You can also adjust the handlebars up and down. While it was really easy to adjust the seat, the handlebars have a different knob for making the adjustment, and it's easy to accidentally twist it all the way off. It's easy to fix, just screw it back on. You just have to be a little more careful when lifting or lowering the handlebars, and you'll be fine. On to the pedals. These are just flat pedals with toe cages, so no SPD clips. I think that's the right option for Freebeat here because it's more affordable and compatible with any athletic shoe. You don't have to worry about getting specific cycling shoes for this bike. And the Q factor felt comfortable to me, not too wide or too narrow. The flywheel on the Freebeat bike is pretty light at only 15.4 pounds. Most of the bikes we've reviewed here have flywheels between 25 pounds and 40 pounds. The flywheel is inside of a plastic case with a sticker decal that says, "Find your beat" on it. I don't really like this plastic casing. It felt unnecessary, but I wonder if Freebeat did this because the smaller flywheel looked out of proportion with the rest of the bike. The lighter flywheel doesn't feel wobbly to me, but the resistance is not quite as hard as other bikes. The Boom Bike still has 100 resistance levels, and I was able to pedal at the top level. While I really enjoy cycling indoors and outdoors, I'm not winning any races anytime soon. So usually a good exercise bike prevents me from pedaling at the top resistance, or I'm putting all of my weight behind moving the pedals. So this bike isn't the best option for advanced cyclists. The resistance automatically adjusts when you're in classes. You can also use the resistance knob to manually adjust the resistance. The resistance knob can also be pushed down if you need to brake the flywheel when it's moving too fast. I wish you could adjust the resistance from the screen while in a class too. The resistance knob feels a little cheap to me, and I would like another option for resistance adjustments. So overall, I'm happy with the Boom Bike for its price. Even though there's more plastic on this bike, it still works and has a nice weight capacity. I'm not as confident in its durability, but the frame has a 10-year warranty and parts are covered for 2 years and the screen for 1 year, which is on par with much more expensive bikes. At this time, I don't know of a more affordable exercise bike that has a screen and provides access to a subscription service. I like that Freebeat has made this type of cycling more accessible to budget shoppers with this bike. The screen is 15.6 inches. There's a power button on the side of the screen and 2 large buttons for adjusting the volume on the side. The console is mostly plastic and feels a bit cheaper, but I was surprised to find that the screen quality is good. It was not hard to see or use the touchscreen at all. For audio, there are 2 speakers at the bottom of the screen that face you, or you can connect headphones via Bluetooth. I could also connect my Garmin to show my heart rate with the Bluetooth. The only storage on the Freebeat Boom Bike is the dumbbell rack. I wish the Boom Bike had a cup holder. While the dumbbells are used in the Freebeat training classes, I would rather have a cup holder because it's more useful in my opinion. If you really want one, you can find a third-party one on Amazon, but I wish Freebeat offered a compatible one as an accessory. One of the coolest features on the Freebeat Boom Bike is the light strip. The bottom of the bike lights up as you train. You can change the color in the settings, and my favorite option is to set the color to random. It's like a rave party, which totally matches the Freebeat Boom Bike's fun and colorful energy. The saddle has rider detection, so it knows whether you're in or out of the saddle. This feature is used in the subscription training content to help you earn more points by following the trainer's cues. So let's get into that content so you can decide if it's worth it for you. I just want to highlight again how Freebeat has successfully made one of the most affordable exercise bikes with a touchscreen display. However, the subscription is a monthly charge. The low cost of the Boom Bike makes it a good option for users who can't fit a more expensive bike and a subscription into their budget. Right now, a Freebeat membership is $39 per month after your 45-day free trial. Interestingly, Freebeat gives you the ability to earn some of that money back. Completing daily and weekly tasks earns you points that can eventually be redeemed for money. There are also challenges to join with gift card prizes. But what is a Freebeat class like and why should you join? Well, to me, it's one of the most fun cycling subscription services. There are trainer-led classes which are set to music. Every class is like a game where you earn points by cycling up on the beat or at double time for more points. If you come up out of the saddle when the trainer tells you to, you can earn even more points. The classes have super vibrant backgrounds and the instructors are very high energy, so you get a really interesting training experience. If you're looking for a subscription service to motivate you and encourage you to work hard, the Boom Bike is a great option. That's why I like it so much for new cyclists or anyone just starting an exercise routine. The content is fun enough to get you hooked. So what if you want a more chill ride on the Freebeat Boom Bike? Well, you have options. There's a manual ride. This is also the only option available if you choose not to subscribe. You can manually adjust the resistance. There are scenic rides and also these really interesting but simple 3D renderings of cities where you cycle along a route. But if you would rather have a full game experience, try the rhythm game, which is like Guitar Hero for the exercise bike. You'll see music notes streaming towards you and you have to pedal to hit them. Freebeat has a lot of content options, but you'll be missing out if you don't subscribe. I only recommend this bike for exercisers who already subscribe or plan to, because your experience will be very limited otherwise. That said, I really enjoy the content. It's still some of my favorite cycling content available. All right, so now I'm gonna cycle a little bit on the Freebeat Boom Bike so you can hear and see how it performs. Hopefully you can see that light strip I've got going at the bottom of the bike. It makes this super fun and exciting. So there's a little bit of noise generated by the resistance. I don't know if you can even hear it, it's so quiet. And then overall, the handlebars, the pedals, the seat, they're all very comfortable, and it was super easy to get them adjusted for my height. And I have a clear view of the screen here, and I can even rotate it around. So if I wanted to do some classes off of the bike, I could do that too. Yeah, that is about it. I really want to crank up the music right now so I can get the party started with all these strobe lights going on. I hope that gives you a good idea of what the Freebeat Boom Bike has to offer. I think this bike is the best option for beginners or budget shoppers. The durability and resistance are not at the same level as a much more expensive bike, but that said, for beginners and intermediate cyclists, the Boom Bike has training content that will get you hooked. It's gamified, colorful, and set to music. Once you throw in the colorful frame options and the light strip at the bottom of the bike, you have this whole fun atmosphere. The Boom Bike isn't complete without a subscription to access those classes and other training content, so be sure to make use of the free trial. Thanks so much for watching my review of the Freebeat Boom Bike. If you want more information on this bike, follow our link to my full written review or check out its current pricing on Freebeat. We'll also have a review up of the Freebeat Lit Bike if you're considering that one too. I'm Kaylee, and thanks again for watching.